10 years have passed since Tony Pickman and his family fled the infamous Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. The memories, however, never faded. The scratches, the shadows, the sense of being watched, they haunted Tony's dreams and waking hours alike. For a decade, he wrestled with a constant question. Was it all in his head? Or was there really something inside that house that wanted him gone? When a documentary crew contacted Tony with a proposition, return to the Sally House for one final night, with cameras rolling, he hesitated. But the need for closure proved stronger than his fear. He agreed, hoping to finally put the past to rest. The night of the return was cold, the house looming dark and silent at 508 North 2nd Street. The documentary crew arrived just after sunset, their equipment humming with anticipation. Tony lingered outside for a moment, staring up at the windows where he'd once seen impossible shapes moving in the dark. The crew's lights flickered as they crossed the threshold, their footsteps echoing on the old wooden floors. Inside, the air was thick, heavy, and unnaturally cold. Even before the investigation began, the temperature began to drop, visible breath escaping their lips. Tony's hands trembled as he picked up an EMF meter, the device spiking erratically as he neared the infamous nursery room, the place where the activity had always been strongest. The house felt alive, as if it recognized him instantly. Tony wiped sweat from his brow, his heart pounding. He said quietly, "It's like it's been waiting for me." The crew set up cameras throughout the house, including the upstairs hallway and the basement, where previous visitors had reported the most intense phenomena. Infrared sensors tracked movement. Audio recorders were placed in every corner, primed to capture even the faintest whisper. As midnight drew closer, the atmosphere in the house seemed to thicken. Unseen footsteps echoed overhead, though every member of the team was accounted for on the main floor. The EMF meter screamed with activity, red lights blinking wildly with every unexplained sound. Tony moved cautiously through the upstairs hallway, his breath quickening as he approached the door to the former nursery. Suddenly, a chill swept through the corridor, causing every hair on his arms to stand on end. The camera crew caught a brief, inexplicable shadow darting across the wall, too fast and too dark to be a trick of the light. At 3:13 a.m., as the crew reviewed audio feeds in real time, a faint but unmistakable child's laughter drifted through the static. Then, a whisper, so clear it seemed to cut through the silence of the house itself. "Still here!" The team froze, their eyes wide with disbelief. They replayed the audio again and again, but the voice remained, chilling and insistent. Tony felt a wave of dizziness and collapsed to his knees. A red mark, fresh and raw, appeared across his back, eerily similar to the scratches he'd suffered years before. Panic rippled through the crew. For Tony, the past had come rushing back in a single, terrifying moment. Seeking answers, the team brought in Lena Gray, a clairvoyant medium with years of experience investigating haunted locations. As she entered the house, Lena's demeanor changed. She grew tense, her voice low. "There's something in that house," she said quietly. "Something old, and it doesn't like people digging into its story." Lena described a presence that watched from the shadows, intelligent and possessive. It was not the spirit of a child, she explained, but something much older, something that wore the mask of innocence to lure people in. Dr. Willis, a seasoned paranormal researcher, analyzed the data collected that night. The electromagnetic disturbances, the sudden temperature drops, the audio evidence, none of it fit the pattern of a residual haunting, a mere imprint of past trauma. No, this was different. "This confirms the haunting is not residual," Dr. Willis concluded. "It's intelligent, and it remembers." Tony, shaken and exhausted, sat for a final interview before leaving the house once more. His voice was quiet, haunted by what he'd witnessed. "I shouldn't have gone back," he admitted. "I thought I'd be stronger, but whatever's in there, it's still angry, and it knows me." The footage from that night has never been fully explained. Shadows that move against the flow of light, voices that speak without a source, and the physical marks left on Tony's body, all serve as chilling reminders that some mysteries cannot be unraveled, no matter how much we want to believe otherwise. In the years since the Pickman family's ordeal, the Sally House has only grown in notoriety. Paranormal investigators, skeptics, and thrill-seekers from around the world continue to visit, hoping to encounter whatever lurks within its walls. In October 2023, the team from The Paranormal Files spent a night inside, documenting significant poltergeist activity, objects moving on their own, doors slamming, and sudden, unexplainable drops in temperature. Their investigation, titled "We Fucked with the Wrong Demon, Sally House," captured new evidence that adds to the home's sinister legend. More recently, in April 24, BuzzFeed Unsolved, Supernatural returned to Sally House for another round with the unexplained. Hosts Ryan and Shane braved the darkness, confronting the alleged demonic presence that has become synonymous with the property. Despite years of research, the house continues to defy explanation. Visitors report feeling watched, sudden cold spots, and a sense of overwhelming dread. Some leave with scratches, bruises, or memories they'd rather forget. Today, the Sally House remains a focal point for both believers and skeptics, a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. Daytime tours and overnight stays are offered for those brave enough to test their courage. But for many, the warnings from past visitors remain clear. The house is still active, and whatever is inside is still waiting. As the screen fades to black, the final words echo through the silence. Still here, the story of the Sally House is not over. For every answer, there are more questions. And for every visitor who leaves unscathed, there are others who carry the scars, seen and unseen. The house that screamed still calls out, its mysteries waiting in the dark for those who dare to listen. Subscribe for more chilling true encounters, if you dare.